welcome to True Heel Heat.
Hey.
Hi.
Good morning.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Oh my gosh. Welcome to, is this episode 6?
I think so. Yes, it's 6.
Forgive
episode
us.
6.
I haven't had my tea yet. Anyway.
We've been gone for a while, but we're back. Episode
We're back.
6 of Serving Face and Heels.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Stephanie Hypez. That over there is the famous Miss Krssi Love. How was your week?
Oh, wow.
Oh, absolutely.
It's been a week. I had to decompress and take a step back from social media. A lot of stuff has been happening around the world.
A lot.
Hug your children if you have children. It's been a lot this week.
I agree.
Since the last time you saw us.
Since the last time you saw us. And I as well was kind of logged off out of it. Probably Tuesday till almost Thursday. I kind of logged in a little bit Thursday. Really didn't get back on until probably Friday. We talk about women's wrestling here, and that's what we do. We do need to take a moment and just recognize and pray and send love to all the families that were affected in Uvalde, Texas. Those 18 babies. I just, and those 2 teachers. It shook me because as I think you have kids that are school grade age, and so do I. My daughter is literally the same age as most of those kids that got shot, and so it just hit me so hard, and all of them do, but I don't know why. I don't know why this one just shook me. It just struck differently this time. This is not our first rodeo at one of these things happening, but this one just felt just different. I don't know. It did feel different. I'm glad you said that because I don't know why this one struck me differently. Again, it could be because I have a daughter who is literally their age. But as a parent, unfortunately, this is stuff we didn't have to worry about growing up. Right. I know I didn't. We had fire drills, right? Yep. But my daughter did tell me earlier this year that she had a lockdown drill. Yes, it is now mandatory for schools nationwide to have lockdown and fire drills. I know this because I work in a school, so I can tell you this information. You have a certain amount, we have to have practices. And I remember my first lockdown drill was very nerve-wracking and very scary. And it's this is what we have to do just to prepare to make sure that no one is Me and my husband had a long conversation probably Wednesday or Thursday about what to tell our kids. And if they're in this, if you want to have that conversation with them about if you're in this situation, this is what you should do, right? We don't know. No one's, unfortunately, and hopefully no one's ever in this situation ever again. Right. But it is a scary thing that we have to deal with as parents. So anyway, it shook me. I was kind of logged off. Right. I'll be honest, everybody, I did not watch a lot of wrestling live after Monday. So I had to go back and watch it. Because again, I was just logged out. I just spent time with my babies. That's what they did. So again, sending love to these families, and enough's enough. Praying for them. Yep. Stop this. Yes. Just want to say good morning to some people I see in the chat already. Good morning. Good morning. Send your super chats as well. We would lovely appreciate them. Your donations. Good morning to everybody on this Sunday. Yes. And good just morning. Start speaking some good things, I guess, so far. I don't know. Yes. Since you guys haven't heard from us in 2 weeks. So, a lot has happened in 2 weeks. So a lot. SECM, Eddie James. Wrestling has been spicy lately. It has. There's some things going on in pro wrestling. Yep. Slam and Sammy Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, but is Bianca the only Black woman on the main roster?
Yeah, currently active. Yes,
currently active. That is a fact, sir.
That is correct. All right. Well, let's jump into it.
Yes, let's jump right into it, please.
We're gonna start with news. You guys have not again heard from us in 2 weeks. So we are gonna talk about Sasha and Naomi briefly. This has been exhausted. I think plenty of people have given their opinions. We've talked about it. You've seen it online. So now you'll just hear from me and Krssi as far as how we feel about this, and what we think is gonna happen, maybe, or whatever. So we did just want to address it real quick.
Very quickly.
Let's start with you. How do you feel about the Sasha Banks and Naomi situation?
So I was online doing a watch along with some of the guys while this was unfolding. And all of the stuff started coming out, like all the reports and everything. So we didn't know what to really think. And then once we heard Corey Graves say what he said and paint this narrative, just was like, what? Okay. Then as I think within not even hours overnight, things kept happening. You wake up, you see all these things, you still see more stuff. And you get the explanation of what's been happening, but it's still very one-sided. And they trying to paint this story against these ladies.
Right.
Which I don't appreciate, because it's you don't really speak on much things like this ever. And to do it like this, just kind of something just doesn't, there's always 3 sides to the story,
Absolutely.
And I don't feel like we're getting the whole truth. And these ladies have been sitting patiently, quietly, saying nothing.
Yeah.
Just letting their names be dragged through the mud, saying they let fans down. You have not let this fan down. Let me just tell you that.
Me neither.
But, they're painting this story. And then, I try not to bring race in it. But unfortunately, with this type of story and what they're painting, you kind of got to say, what are you guys doing? Why are you doing it? And then you do it on Monday. Let it go. You didn't say anything on NXT. Fine. We get to Friday, and then you have Michael Cole say another thing. And I'm like, what in the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Then they redo it back again on Monday. And it's like, why? For what purpose do you need to do this now? For a division that you didn't even care about. And 2 ladies that did care about the division. Now you want to paint this story in this picture. And I do not like it.
Yeah.
The tag titles have not been something that has been cared about at all. And these 2 ladies and one of the ladies are the very first one to hold the belt. And now that she's with someone that can, move with her, she's trying to, ride it out and make something as good as it is.
Right.
Now, I feel like Sasha has been having these issues with them behind the scenes since probably Royal Rumble, because she was treated very dirty during the Royal Rumble. But that's another story. The story is right now the narrative that you guys are painting for this lady, and it's not cool. I don't like it for either one of them, because when the guys do it, no one says anything. Naomi's husband has had several DUIs. No one has made any story, no narratives or any press release or none of that shit for when he did these things. And he's been rewarded. He's champion. He has nothing. He has not gotten any backlash. That's why. The whole Sasha and Becky thing, more more than I do. But the whole thing, I mean, not Sasha, Charlotte and Becky. Yep. The whole belt exchange, very, very unprofessional. No one said anything about Charlotte and what she does, because she shot Flair.
Right.
So that was very unprofessional. That was not very late. That wasn't like, how do you show other girls to be good sportsmanship? How do you do that?
Right.
No one said anything to her. So, I mean, I can go on and on and on, but I'm not going to do that. So that's just where my stance are. I'm loving that these ladies are not phased. More so Sasha. I have not seen Naomi. Sasha don't look like she has a care in the world right now. She looks like she's living her best life. And I appreciate that. She's like, you can talk all you want. I'm going to be living for Mercedes. This is not even Sasha right now. I'm doing what Mercedes wants to do. Mercedes knows her worth. Mercedes is going to get what she needs done. And I'm going to leave. Mercedes can walk on any news movie set right now. and bring in people. Mercedes can do things for fashion.
Yeah.
And she will be paid marvelously. She can go to any wrestling company and they will pay her what she is worth. Yep. So that's where my stance are on it. Even Naomi could be just like CJ. She can do things for like Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Things. She can be out here doing little TikTok videos and getting all her likes up because they do all these TikTok. You get the Twitch, you can get all those things that they took away from y'all. She will be fine.
Yeah.
So it is very, very, sad to see how they're painting this picture of these ladies that just wanted the best for that division, and that's it.
You made a lot of great points. I'm just gonna go to the chat real quick to see kind of what people are saying. Okay, great. CM said as Vince, race is always a factor for him. Slam and Sammy Joe said WWE burning that bridge. Eddie James, we all know WWE are the kings of petty.
Yep, very petty. Very, very petty.
They are petty.
Very Eddie James, much so.
Nia Jackson, Charlotte had a whole fight in the ring. They did.
Right, right. Like I can go on and on, but I don't want to spend so much time on it. We've been talking about this. I want definitely to give her stance on it because she really has not really said anything. So I want to give her this opportunity to feel, speak on what she feels. It's just it's
ahead, no. Okay, so I just want to start really quick by saying Mercedes Varnado and Trinity will be just fine.
Perfectly fine. Okay? Yep.
Perfectly
we're not even
fine.
Calling. Yes, we're going to call them by their names, their government names right now.
Fine, no matter how this works out, because either eventually WWE is going to have to give in.
Yep.
And or they just move. I think that it was reported they have a couple more months on their contracts, or they'll just move on. All right. Trin has talked about wanting to start a family. Maybe she'll do that while her husband is,
on the road. Yep.
Bringing in the dough on the road. Right. Yep. Like they have options. Okay. This isn't it. I'm going to not using their slave names anymore. SP. I can't.
What did he say?
He said not using their slave names anymore. We're not talking about Sasha and Naomi.
Trinity and Mercedes, you're right.
I'm going. There's two different ways I look at this. Okay, let's talk about WWE for a second. So, first of all, my personal opinion, I think business is business. I am okay with WWE being pissed at them. What I'm not okay with is how public they made all of this. Like, to me, to your point, they brought it up on the first Raw when it happened. They brought it up on SmackDown, and they brought it up on another Raw. I'm like, why do you keep pounding
this was on ESPN. This was on E! News. E! News does not give any type of light to wrestling.
Right? No, this
TMZ,
was on People
sometimes ish, but
People magazine.
Like, oh my God. I feel like they sent it to every news outlet and said, yes, print this. Why?
So here's my problem. My problem is bringing people to watch they made it. And it's not, like, I know exactly what they're doing, right? So this is called setting precedents. This is WWE saying, if you want to be like this, this is what's going to happen to you. They're making them an example. That's what they're doing. Okay? Whether you agree with it or not, that's what they're doing. Okay? However, the problem with this is that you have two Black women, okay, that happen to be the ones who did this. I don't think they're doing this because they are Black, but because they are Black women, it then opens the floodgates to racist people to attack them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, and it's that oh, look, there's some Black women being unprofessional again. It opens up those type of narratives.
Yeah. And that's what I don't like.
Because these women wanted more for tag titles and their booking. And it sucks. The whole Charlotte Flair thing with her not wanting to go along with the script of what was written for that title exchange was unprofessional, very unprofessional. I think the difference is to them is that she still went out there and did it. She didn't leave. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So to them, you guys leaving us high and dry versus you went out there and did some shitty shit. Hopefully no one noticed, right? Because technically no one knew.
No one knew what was happening.
If you didn't read what like the backstage shit that went on, a normal casual viewer was probably like, well, that was a little awkward, but I guess it was supposed to be. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they have no clue what was in the script. We know because we're online and we see it and we're in it.
Right.
So I think that's the difference. I think what Charlotte did was way more unprofessional, right? You made your coworkers look like shit. However,
it made it very awkward and like
very
how
awkward.
are we between? I believe it was like Becky and who else was in the ring? Was it Kayla?
Sonya.
Oh, Sonya. Yeah. Just made them like, what's happened? Like they knew, like it was like their faces just said it all.
Oh, and Sasha came out too, remember? And that was awkward. So it's just one of those things where, unfortunately, yes, she was unprofessional, but in WWE's eyes, she at least went out there and did it. You didn't leave us high and dry. Does that make sense? So it sucks. I don't like how public it is. I understand what WWE is doing. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with how they're handling it. I don't. I do appreciate so much that Mercedes and Trinity are quiet.
Yes.
Because they could have made this much worse by, whatever. But they're quiet. So right now it looks like the bully billionaire company is bullying these two women, if you will. And they've said nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. So I don't know how this resolves. If it resolves, I think it's very possible Sasha is definitely out. I don't know about Naomi.
Yeah.
I do feel I just want to give some love to Naomi only because I feel like a lot of the conversation I'm seeing surrounds Sasha. And everyone's like, well, Sasha's a star. Sasha's a star. And I'm like, Trinity had a part in this too. Yep. Trinity also walked out. Trinity also wants better. So let's not forget her.
This is the same person that got crucified for like trying to like put like LED lights on her championship belt. You understand? She wanted just to bring something, put a little twist.
Which was so cool.
Which they should. It was her. It's her brand. This is what she is. It's the glow. Feel the glow. You didn't make you should have made you've missed sales when you could have made a belt that was like that, but you made a Bray Wyatt belt that was just trash.
Yes.
The Fiend belt was horrible.
And it was like $700. I'm like, and someone actually bought it. I'm like,
the little girls that would have loved to have that glow belt. Just saying. I'm one of those girls.
It would have been fun. So anyway, that's how I feel about it. Again, I feel like people should be able to stand up for what they believe in. I do believe that they should want more. I get why some people feel like they left their coworkers high and dry, and that does suck, right? Like you do what you got to do and then maybe walk out. But either way, we don't know what happened in that room. Right. Some very foul shit could have been said to those women.
Right.
Which is why they walked out. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe they were going to go forward and just go ahead and do the tag match for all we know. But if they disrespected them in some other way in that room, maybe that's why they walked out. We don't know. And we don't know and won't know unless they speak up and tell they're part of this. Correct. And they may never will. Yep. So it is what it is. I wish them both happiness, peace, and the best. And whatever ends up happening is going to be what happens. So we will see. Let's see. I would have bought one. It was less than $500. Sammy Joe. I think. If it was less. Oh, the glow Naomi belt. Yes. Yeah. No, I definitely would have gotten one.
Waited for a good sale and like, hey, yes, I'm going to purchase this belt.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Also in news, Selena was reportedly injured. Hi, Frantic.
When was the last time we seen Selena Vega on TV?
Her and Carmella were like arguing kind of in the back. Like I thought they were actually about to start a feud.
Right.
But that was the last time I think we saw her on TV.
Okay.
And then Carmella showed back up, but Selena has not. Right. And then it was reported this last week that she was injured. WWE has not posted this. But I did actually comment on it and tagged Selena, and she liked my comment. My comment said,
"Oh wow, great!"
My comment said "speedy recovery," blah blah, whatever, and she liked it. So I feel like if it wasn't true, she probably wouldn't liked it. So
right.
I don't know what's injured, but she is out right now.
Okay.
Also, Nikkita Lyons was also reportedly injured from NXT.
There goes her winning that little tournament.
Yeah, she was supposed to be in the semifinals of the tournament. I forgot to get to Fallon. Fallon.
What did she injure?
And
you know?
I don't think it was said.
Okay.
It just said it, whatever injury it is forced her to be out.
Oh, damn.
So
that sucks, really.
it does suck because she has some momentum going. So hopefully it's not too long.
Right.
But Tiffany Stratton actually ended up replacing her. Oh, SP. See, this is why we keep SP around. Partially torn MCL.
Oh no. Oh, that's a bad one.
Oof, that's a bad one. That's bad. So anyway, we wish her a speedy recovery. I hope she gets better. Injuries suck. Slam and Sammy Joe, Roxy better win. I think Roxanne is going to win. I think she is. We're going to get to NXT.
Right.
Also, in other news, Charlotte Flair and Andrade got married over the weekend. Yeah.
Good for them. Congrats. She looked beautiful.
She looked absolutely stunning. That dress was made for her. That dress was gorgeous, man. And it fit her to a T.
Yes.
So it was absolutely beautiful. They had their wedding down in Mexico. Actually had a friend. I had a friend at the wedding.
Really?
And he said it was absolutely amazing.
It looked like it was amazing. It looked like it was a great party.
It did. It looked like it was a lot of fun. So I'm very happy for the two of them. Even cooler is that WWE posted congratulations to them both, and so did AEW. So we have the forbidden door open here, guys.
Right? Is it wrong that I look like
Ricky's
Andrade is about to come take his suit off and wrestle because he comes out in a suit and everything?
All right. That's a stick, right?
You're right. His stick doesn't look like he's about to do that.
But the wedding looked absolutely stunning, so we're very happy for them. All right, let's jump into kind of what happened throughout the week in the shows. We'll start with Raw. It's the only one I actually watched live this week. But we had I guess let's just start with Alexa versus Nikki ASH with Dewdrop at her side. It was actually a cute little match. It wasn't their best. They've actually had other matches.
I'm about to say the same thing. Yes.
Previously, and they typically have really good chemistry. This one seemed a little off.
It was very. No, I'm about to say
they actually gave them some time too, which is nice. But it was a little off. It wasn't their best match, and they've had some great matches together. But this was obviously to further the change I'm assuming Nikki's going to make.
Yes. Yep.
Dewdrop was on the outside, kind of, pepping her up and like trying to get her, hyped up, if you will. But Alexa did end up winning by pinning her or doing the Twisted Bliss and pinning her.
We're just waiting for Syndrome to come out. We're like, come on, let's go. There's no time. Let's pull a trigger.
Come on, Nikki. I'm like, how long is this transition going to take?
Right, like it's been 3 weeks now.
I'm assuming Nikki and her are going to be a tag team. I guess we're still doing a tag team tournament with very little tag team.
That's what according to them on Friday. That's what's going to happen. So just telling you that, friend.
Anyway, so that happened. Slam and Sammy Joe says, I was never an Alexa fan, but I'm enjoying having her back. Alexa looks great.
She looks
happy. Fantastic. She looks happy. She's glowing. She is a newlywed, but just fit wise, like she looks great. Probably the best she has. She has new music.
Right. And she must love the music because she was like singing it as she's like walking through, and then she was in the ring and she was still singing it. So
I think she said she helped produce it or like helped, like she oversaw a lot of that, like her new music. So that's awesome.
See?
That's all right. Just kidding. That's awesome. That's awesome. So anyway, Alexa looks great. She did win. We'll see, I guess, where this goes. Because Alexa is one of those people that I feel like you could call mid-card, but to me, she's kind of above mid-card, but she's not quite at the top. Right. So it's like she's in that in-between.
Correct. Yes.
I don't really know what you do with her. Do you put her? I do feel like they're going to do Alexa versus Bianca.
Eventually, yes.
Maybe at SummerSlam.
Cute.
I would love to see it. They actually had a brief, really good I don't know if you call it a match, but it was the beginning of the Royal Rumble in 2020.
2020 was
it? Okay. I think it was 2020. And they actually had some time, and it was actually really good. They had some good chemistry, and so I was like, I kind of want to see more of this. So we'll see. I don't know what they do with her. I don't know if they're gonna keep her fighting random people or what. So we'll see. Also on Raw, another main event. SP said, "Give me Bianca and Rhea at SummerSlam." Okay, Bliss should go to SmackDown. Bliss still has a story she needs to complete with Charlotte.
They don't even care about that, though.
So to your point, Bliss should be over there. So when Charlotte comes back and she's done with Ronda, because I'm assuming we're getting Charlotte and Ronda again.
For sure.
Bliss should be there to fight a titleless Charlotte. That's how you book Charlotte without a title. Give her a story. Right. But they seem to have difficulties with that. Anyway, I agree, SP. Bliss should be on SmackDown. The women main evented again for the fourth time in a row on Raw.
In a week, right? And like 4 weeks straight.
4 weeks in a row.
Cool.
Yep. Which we always love to see. It was Becky Lynch versus Asuka, with the stipulation that if Becky won, she would be added to the Hell in a Cell match with Bianca and Asuka. It was actually, again, a really good hard-hitting match from Becky and Asuka. I always love these two in the ring. They don't hold back at all. No. Asuka had some really stiff kicks in there.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, girl. And of course, Becky sold them wonderfully. But Becky ended up winning by pinfall, and she is now added to the Hell in a Cell match. It is now a triple threat.
I'm actually excited to see this.
I am too. It's going to be hard hitting. And
give these girls some good like 25 minutes. They're gonna rock it out.
I really, really love what SBW saw my True Hill Heat report on how AEW had more women's main events than the main roster this year. God, I did God's work. SP, see, this is why, again, we keep you around. You're making shit happen in these women's divisions, man. That's why we love him. Yep. No, but this is what I love about this. These three women bring three totally different things to the ring, right?
Yep.
Bianca has the athleticism, right? Asuka has that hard-hitting... she's
New Japan-ish,
New Japan mat work, right?
Yep.
And then Becky's your firecracker, right? She's your ring general. She's the one calling all the shots and making all the spots. And so for me, all three of them all together, I don't know. This could be a banger, guys.
This could be a banger. I'm hoping so.
Some people want it in a cell. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not going to say why, but because I've heard some things, but it would be awesome if they did change it and put it in a cell. I would love it.
They don't want to be in a cell? What happened?
They want to be in a cell.
Okay.
My understanding is they're so far not going with the cell option. So
I don't understand how they have Hell in a Cell. We only have one Hell in a Cell match?
I think it's just Cody versus Seth right now in the cell.
Whole show. Okay.
So I'm hoping again they change their mind and put these women in the cell. Because I think it would be outstanding. It would be outstanding. So anyway, that's pretty much what happened on Raw.
Right.
NXT on Tuesday. We got a couple of different women's segments. Alba Fire, who I
love.
Okay. I was complaining at first about her name change, but it is fucking awesome.
It goes with the whole gimmick.
Her whole gimmick change is awesome. I
gimmick.
absolutely love it. But it was her versus Elektra Lopez. So of course the men were going nuts. Alba Fire picked up the win. It was a good little match. They are obviously building her. I think they are building her to eventually take that title from Mandy. I will say that. She's picking up W's after W's. But again, it was a really good match, and Alba won. And actually, I can see one of the commentators was like, she won again. Her fire is rising. And I'm like, that's why they named her Alba Fire, just so they could say that. That's exactly what it was.
And the t-shirts, the merch. Yep.
Yes. SP said they're probably going to do Usos versus Nakamura and Riddle in the cell since there is a grudge. That is very possible.
True.
We'll probably get 2 men's sales matches.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. That part.
Yes. And bless you, by the way. Oh, and CM said bless
Thank
you.
You. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, sorry. Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. So Tiffany took Nikkita Lyons' place.
Mm-hmm.
And actually they were going to send Fallon straight to the finals, and then Tiffany stepped in and said, girl, absolutely not.
I like Tiffany's whole little gimmick.
I love Tiffany.
I didn't think I would have liked it, but now I think she's like this
this
Malibu Barbie.
She's totally a Malibu Barbie, and she's good.
She's good at it.
She's getting better.
All in Tiffany blue, like it's
yes,
really,
I love her
really
Tiffany blue boots.
Yes,
like I don't know, her whole look to me is just very polished, and I'm just enjoying her, and I really like her. I really do. Yeah. But she ended up getting the W. So she is moving on to the finals of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. We also had Roxanne Perez in her finals match, right. Which she won. So now it will, her semifinals match.
So it'll be all the way to the finals.
Yes. So it'll be Tiffany Stratton versus Roxanne Perez in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament finals.
Who do you think is going to win, friend?
Roxanne. I've been picking Roxanne from the beginning.
Okay.
I had gone with Nikkita Lyons at first, but I was like, Nikita's already broken out.
Right.
I feel.
Right.
Even though you can tell the momentum and the upper management are behind Nikkita, like firmly. So I figured Nikkita would probably win this whole thing. But as far as needing it, I feel like this would really, again, put Roxanne at a higher level. Right. She's already at a higher level to me.
Correct.
Roxanne's amazing. The girl is just a future champion. Eddie James said, isn't Tiffany Stratton nicknamed Barbie? I think she does call herself Barbie. I'm pretty sure I've seen her call herself that. That's what she looks like.
SP loves her theme song.
Her theme is underrated. Dia's little rich girl. Hey, hey, hey. Yes. No, I love everything about Tiffany's presentation has been on point to me.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
That is a gimmick, and that is a person that you see like from the beginning, like from even when she did her little vignettes, I was like, okay. But then once I seen her come out and be in the ring, I'm like, oh, I get it.
She cuts a good promo.
She cut right.
She's been better every time I see her get in the ring. She's gotten better and better. Okay, Roxanne is already. So this is Tiffany climbing the ladder. Roxanne to me is already here.
Yeah, she's already at the top already.
As far as talent goes,
yeah.
Roxanne is fucking amazing in the ring. Again, definitely a future women's champion. I don't see Roxanne winning the NXT Women's Championship only because I think they're going to end up sending her to the main roster. As soon as she gets her character together, Roxanne, I think, is moving on.
Well, they need her. Send her to SmackDown.
We haven't even gotten to SmackDown yet. Man.
The SmackDown is suffering. I gotta watch it every week.
Girl, I don't know how you do it. Anyway, so and then also I think they're gonna have Roxanne cash in on the tag titles with her and Cora. Her and Cora do make a cute team. I can see it.
Because they kind of similar-ish look alike.
They are very similar. I think some people said they actually can't tell them apart.
Yeah, it's very but I thought they were kind of pushing Cora to be champ to get off of Mandy. So I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think Cora's there yet.
Right.
That's why I said I think they're building Alba to be that person. I think because to me, Kaylee Ray Alba Fire is at a different or higher level to me than Cora Jade.
Right.
All around. Cora Jade's great. I think she is going to be a future NXT Women's Champion. I don't know. I guess Mandy's a heel. Maybe it is Cora because Cora's face and she's Alba is a heel.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
we'll see.
I'm not mad at going at another heel for another heel. That's fine.
I'm fine with it too.
Right, but you know how their WWE minds work and like whatever. Oh, we gotta have a face right now, or try to turn someone into a face that's a heel, and they should stay a heel. Like you know how like things like that. It's just like,
Alba Fire is a bit. Oh, is she?
Okay, well then there's your answer then.
Okay, well there you go. So back to my original point, they're building Alba Fire, I feel like, to take the NXT Women's Championship. I'm sorry, before she left when she was still Kaylee Ray, she was heel. So that's why well, no, I guess she wasn't. I guess she was face. Anyway, we're back, people.
Yep.
And Annika said they realized Cora wasn't ready for that smoke. Exactly. So Cora, to me, is a future champion. I don't think she's there yet. I think her feud and stuff with Natty, I think really put her over the top. I think that did wonders for her.
Yep.
But I don't think she's there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Alba Fire, on the other hand, has been a women's champion before.
Right.
She can carry a division, and she has the promo skills. Now she actually has a really overall whole gimmick that is pretty awesome.
Right.
And so I could see them bringing in Alba to take down Mandy. So anyway, what else? It looks like we're getting a championship match between Mandy Rose and Wendy Choo Crew. Probably at
I don't know how she got a bunch of balls put on her. Yep.
Wendy Choo empties her ball sack onto Mandy Rose.
Yeah. I don't know
Happy
how she
Sunday,
did that.
folks.
Happy Sunday. That is a great meme right there. I need that in my life.
I'm like, can someone send that to me? That's great.
Right. I need that. Can you just forward it over to us in our chat? Thanks, friend.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, she had a ball sacks emptied out on her on Tuesday.
Yes. But this is definitely headed to a championship match in your house. Which I believe is on June 4th. What do you think? I don't think Wendy's winning.
No,
but I love Wendy.
Yeah,
love her so much. Again, Choo Crew.
Whoever does her makeup.
Oh my gosh, I know her eye makeup. Is stunning.
First of all, kudos to these girls to go out and wrestle in face beat
every night
in makeup. Like I don't understand how they do it. Like, and then sometimes it's a lash. The lashes is whoever does that. The lashes are staying on.
Except for Bianca's. Bianca's lash hates her.
Yeah,
hates her. But everybody else's lashes, those things are like super glued on, man.
Exactly.
Look,
exactly.
I blink and my lashes fall off. I'm just kidding. I don't have that commercial grade eyelash glue.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and it looks like we're also getting a tag match at NXT in your house between Toxic Attraction and Katana and Kaden.
Listen, and we've seen Katana and Kaden at this point before, right?
Yeah.
Would they win? I would like them to, but they're not.
They need to take that team, that's an established team, and put their asses on main roster in the tag division.
Because they're a legit tag team. Right.
They're a legit tag team. As soon as they lose here, take their asses to main roster, please.
Yep.
We're done. They're done in NXT. Okay. Take them. They're not going to get any higher in NXT.
How is that going to be with Ricochet there, though, friend? Just saying.
And Ricochet's new girl, who is the announcer?
Who's the ring? Hello.
And I love her though.
I think she's amazing, but it's a little messy. Just a little bit, guys. I blame Ricochet, but
a little drama. It's always the man. No offense to men. We love you guys.
Right.
But sometimes y'all can be messy. So some of you. Anyway, that was it for NXT.
Yep.
Dynamite, which is the go home show, if you will, for Dynamite. It is Double or Nothing Sunday, by the way. Happy Double or Nothing Sunday, people.
Yep. It's gonna be great later on this evening. Can't wait to see.
It's gonna be a long night.
Long. Oh my god! At least you guys have your time difference is different from us. Like we're gonna be up.
This is true.
We're gonna be up very well. SP's gonna be up even late. He's gonna be up in the wee hours in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're in London, man.
Myself. Jeez. I don't think this show is ending till like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
It's gonna be so it'll be like 9.
There's like 14 matches.
I can't do it. I need a halftime show. I know we're talking about Dynamite, but I need a halftime show or something. It's like the Super Bowl. This is way too. I can't do this.
It's like WrestleMania. It's
when WrestleMania was one night.
13 matches. Yep,
including the buy-in.
Look, that is so, and it starts at 7, right? Or is it 8?
Come on, SP, come through.
Right.
Come through, SP.
Romeo does. It's okay.
Anyway, so Dynamite.
It's 8 o'clock. Oh, that's even. Oh, that's not. Yeah, 1 o'clock, 1:30. The latest.
5 o'clock my time. I'll be fine.
Yeah, right. I'm so jealous.
Y'all just need to move to the West Coast and you'll be okay.
You know what? You're right.
It's really hot here, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I prefer that.
It's 93 degrees today.
Oh,
93 degrees, people.
You have the dry. It's different.
It's dry.
It's the dry.
Yes.
Heat.
Yes. So
it's
not like sweaty. It's not humid. We're not sweaty and stuff. We're fine. It just, if it's windy outside, it feels like there's a blow dryer blowing in your face. So that's not fun. But
okay,
we're dry here. So it's a little.
We're gonna have to come visit you because my son is a Arizona Cardinals fan.
Yes,
he loves them. So I have to bring.
Come see a game here. Oh my
yes, God. Exactly. We're gonna have to. Okay, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm setting that all up.
Y'all can come visit Arizona as well if you like.
Yes.
Okay. So
8 o'clock is the show. Yeah, Dynamite.
We had the semifinals of the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament between Toni Storm and Dr. Britt Baker DMD.
Great match.
Good match.
Mm-hmm.
Really good match.
Mm-hmm. And it's the first time was this the first time these girls ever?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, Britt and Toni. This is the first time they've ever met in the ring.
Give them another match and give them some more time. Ooh, whew. And don't have no dirty finish like what the ending.
Finish, I was just not okay with it. So a lot of people, Twitter. I'll talk about Twitter. Twitter was split here. So I think most people wanted Toni to go over here. A lot of people did.
Right.
Because they feel Britt doesn't need it, and I agree. Right. I don't think Britt needs it. Britt is your top girl. There's no one higher.
She's their Charlotte. That's who she is.
She is, and So me and your other co-host Steve Fall,
yes,
him and I were actually talking about this last night. So in comparison to who's your top woman that you want to continuously push, yes, she is like Charlotte. However, Britt is not at Charlotte's level, right? Charlotte's here. Okay, this is Britt. But as far as AEW goes, Britt is your top woman. Now
she's their face of that brand.
So this is how I looked at it. I'm like, this tournament. So tournaments to me are to, even though NXT is called Breakout, to me tournaments are for breakout people. It's to highlight
elevate
someone,
new people. Yes,
to elevate somebody and other people, right?
Yes.
Britt does not need this, in my opinion.
Right.
Steve's argument was, well, if you want to establish her as your girl, as your top girl, you want to continuously make her look strong. And I was like, for what? She's their top woman.
Right.
And I was like, people are comparing her to Charlotte Flair. And I was like, but if you're going to compare her to Charlotte Flair, technically Steve is right. Charlotte has gone over people over and over and over. She wins over people over and over. So I'm like, if they truly are trying to make her their Charlotte Flair, then she will end up winning this tournament.
Yes.
So to me, this is about what are we doing here? Because Britt won, which means in the finals on Double or Nothing tonight, we will get Ruby Soho versus Toni Storm. I'm sorry, we haven't got the Rampage yet, but we will get Soho versus Toni Storm. Ruby Soho versus Britt.
Read SP's comment. It says, you also want to establish
prestigious, so having the top woman win the tournament makes it that. This is true, but does she need it? I get it.
I don't think she's gonna win the whole thing, though. I feel like they're going to push it.
I think she is.
You think Britt will win it?
Well, this is what I'm saying. It depends on what they're trying to do.
Ruby needs to win because she hasn't won anything since she's been like. her wins to losses is more losses than wins. Put it like that.
Well, she's just been on dark. Okay, look, this whoever wins tonight, this tells me where Tony Khan is going, because if you have Ruby go over, you are now telling me you see something in her, you will now be pushing her.
Right.
That's what it tells me. If Britt wins tonight, you are telling me you want to establish her. She is your top woman, title or not. She is your top woman. And she is now crowned the Owen Hart Cup champion. The very first, right? In my, we'll get to predictions, but
right.
It tells me which direction he's going. Because if Ruby loses this, does she just fall off?
Right.
Is she back to dark? Like, I'm just trying to figure out where we're going here. So, what did Romeo say? Slam San Joe, if she did, wait. Hold on.
I don't know. Yeah.
we're a little behind in the chat. Slam, I thought of her more like Bailey. Oh, like Britt, like Bailey. Ended Asuka's streak. Charlotte didn't need that. Correct. Romeo said, Slim and Sammy Joe. Yes, she did. I'm watching you. Romeo said, don't talk about my Charlotte. Don't do it.
Of course.
Anyway. Romeo, you and Charlotte. Anika, do we really need Baker to win this to establish her? She's already established. I agree. She doesn't need this.
She doesn't need this. She does. That's why I think that they should go with Ruby instead, because we already know who Britt is. Britt has done she already done it, and she doesn't even have a title. I mean, she doesn't even have a title on her right now. We already know who Britt is and what she's about. Let's kind of focus a little bit on why we got Ruby here.
Well, it's part of and we've talked about this, part of the AEW Women's Division issue is that they're not building other people. Like, correct. You have to build other people. And so to me, Ruby winning this, you now have a viable contender again for one of the titles, right?
Like
Rosa's going to need somebody after this.
I need to see Rosa and Ruby. That's going to be great.
Correct. So anyway, what else happened?
Move on.
Rosa. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Rosa joined Tony. I always get his name wrong.
Tony Schiavone.
Schiavone. Thank you so much. I apologize, sir. On the ramp, and she cut a promo. I thought this one had a little more fire to it.
Yep.
It seemed a little more her. Did it get you
hyped for
more excited for the match?
No, but I do know that these two ladies will deliver regardless.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I think where AEW went wrong for these two particular women was their buildup.
Absolutely.
Serena Deeb is not much of a talker. She's more of a technical wrestler. So
but there's ways around that.
Right. So we could have had, like, again, like you said, why do we always have to be on the ramp? Why can't we just have them in the ring? Serena Deeb could have came out and attacked Rosa. Like, make the build, like,
give me a face off in the ring, right? Where it's just really intense and they're just talking shit. It doesn't even need to be in the mic. If they're just talking to each other and just talking shit,
like, we didn't really get like a contract signing. Like, I mean, they don't do much of those.
Out there, get some ring people out there separating them, holding them back.
Right.
Like, make it seem like they want to tear each other
apart.
Correct. The lack of effort, I feel like, put into this build when they have so much history that they barely scratch the surface of.
Right.
And I'm like, these
NWA,
women,
like, you just put,
these women have so much history, and you don't even need to specifically mention everything, but they know each other very well.
Right.
And I feel like they should have dug into that more, and they just didn't. And either way, to your point, these are two of your best wrestlers in the industry, and I feel like they're going to have a killer match. I do believe that. Sorry, SP said beautifully shot promo with how she revealed the unpainted face. Best promo of the entire feud. I agree. It was
that was very good. Yes,
real promo to me from Thunder Rosa. It was her.
I forgot that she didn't have her face painted, but she looked great. And I was like, yes, come out and just be Why are you the champ? Yeah, right. Yes. I loved it. Yes.
I wish there was more. But as far as promos go, this was the best one of this feud. You were. It might be one of the best of her title reign.
Yep. For sure.
Because that's a whole nother conversation.
And it hasn't even been that long. So go ahead.
23 minutes of TV time in 66 days.
Jesus. Wow.
Anyway, right. And that was it for Dynamite. SmackDown.
Oof. Woof. You want to go shower?
Hold on, let me go to a comment real quick. Ladarius said, I know. I'm avoiding SmackDown. Ladarius said, I know that Rosa and Dee will put on a show at Double or Nothing despite the build-up. I
for sure. These ladies are ready.
The match is going to be. It's going to be one of the. This is a really heavy
where do you
card.
put now? Where do you place this match? Do we put them first? Do we put them in the middle?
I don't even know because this card is so big. This is a large card. You don't put them before the main event. Definitely not. Or you? We know Thunder's retaining.
Right.
Do you open with them? This is technically your second highest world championship, right?
Yep.
Under the AEW championship.
I agree with you.
You open with them. They got to be closer to the top than late.
Women's match.
I agree. So the thing is with AEW, and I hate to say this, guys, and if there are AEW fans in the chat, these crowds don't give any love to these women's matches. And so to SP's point, they need to go when the crowd has more energy, because if they are tired, they're going to give them nothing.
Nothing. Yep.
They'll wake up for Punk and Hangman, right? They're going to wake up for certain things. They're not these women, unfortunately, the crowds always give them nothing, and it sucks. So yes, to SP's point, I think they do need to go sooner rather than later.
Yeah, maybe like 3 or 4. Maybe 3. I think 3.
I think 3. I think you're right. I don't think they'll necessarily open.
They're not going to open. I think 3 or 4
I think the tag match is going to open as well, because it's going. Oh my god, that tag match is going to be
so good.
Fantastic.
Oh.
So I think that will be the opener. I do agree, but I think to Krssy's point, I think 3 is good.
All right,
have that.
And Romeo, keep tabs. If we say it's on 3 or 4, so we can come
guarantee they're put in a rough spot.
No,
they probably will. Look, he's right. Tony is really bad about putting women in the wrong spot. Yeah. Tony put them up against the end of Game 7.
He did. Yeah, that's true.
He's right. It
was a game, and most people was watching the game set. Yeah.
Open with your banger of a tag match.
Yep.
Put in a downer, like one of the throwaway matches that didn't need to be on this card anyway.
Right.
And then you bring out Deeb and Rosa, hopefully to a energetic crowd.
By like that on your time is what 4? What time is it starting on your side?
5. If it starts at 8, 5.
So it'll be 5. So probably by like that 6:30
by like 6 o'clock. Yep.
They should be.
I want them there. I want
them in that time frame. Coming in around like that 6:30 ish mark.
At least give them top of the hour. Sorry, what would that say? Anika said, then at least give them top of the hour spot. Yeah, around 6.
Right, around
that 6 o'clock. Or I'm sorry, I guess for you guys 9 o'clock. Right, around that 9 o'clock spot. Yeah,
because remember the guys, the tag match is gonna need at least like 25 minutes, right?
Oh yeah,
at least
that's gonna be one of your longer ones. Absolutely.
One of your longer matches, right? Because there's so many. It's like 6 men in there, so you got to get like different spots and do it. Like if it's too fast, it's not gonna give you what you're supposed to be receiving.
CHK is putting the least hype matches first. No, you gotta open with a banger.
No,
you gotta open the show with a banger.
Because this is a big thing. They're in Vegas.
I can see the tag match opening.
They're in Vegas, so there has to be something big. This your pay-per-view. You got to start off with a good banger match. Don't know which one. We think that it should be the tag match, the tag team. However, I don't know who else I would put as first. Who you know?
He's saving the best matches for later in the show.
But that's when people. Okay,
don't take this the wrong way.
Right.
But best matches to who? because, again, Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa are going to have a banger. However, I don't feel that women's matches are looked at the same way as the men's matches in AEW. So to us, it's going to be a banger. Does that mean he puts it at the beginning of the show because he doesn't feel it's the better match? I don't know.
Right.
Are they in the middle? Middle would be like what, 7:38, between 7 and 8. I don't know. It has to be not after absolutely a match that you know is going to be a banger. You don't want it right after that because then people are going to be drained. So,
Romeo, do you feel like they're going to put Britt and Soho first and then the ladies?
Bucks, Hardys, Darby, Riley, then Rosa Deeb. I like that. That puts them third. I like that.
We said third. That's what we're saying third for the night. We're saying third or fourth. You got to put them
third
in
or fourth.
Because we got 13 matches. We have to have them like at least by like. But for my time, it would be like that 9 o'clock-ish, 9:30, 9:30, the latest. I'm telling you, don't put them too far late because people, more so the East Coast, will be like, all right, we got to go to work tomorrow. Okay. I mean, I'm staying up, but Lord help us.
It's Memorial Day tomorrow. Who's working?
Oh, that's right. Ooh. Dang it. You're right.
See, that's why we can stay up late tonight because nobody work. Well, some of you might. I apologize.
I'm about to say no.
A lot of people are not working tomorrow.
I'm working at a baby shower tomorrow, so I'm working. So.
Wait, you're working where?
I said I'm working. I'll tell you behind the scenes.
Okay. Anyway, so anyway, sorry, we're talking about Dynamite. Thunder Rosa's promo was the best promo he has had in a while. We will get to Double or Nothing here at the end. Yes. All right. I guess we're on SmackDown.
You tried to
announce Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh my!
And they said much anticipated rematch of Ronda Rousey and Raquel Gonzalez.
Why
anticipated by fucking who?
First of all, why are we giving this a rematch when we get?
Sorry, who?
First of all, no, you have all these girls that are standing in the back, right?
Yes, they have.
If Ronda's going to be that fighting champion that she said she's going to be, I don't understand why we're getting Raquel again.
Well, because they're building Raquel. Raquel is obviously kind of their top face, I guess, I guess Ronda is. But like Raquel, I think they're pushing her. They're pushing Raquel. Yep. They're not pushing Shotzi, Zaya. Who else was back there? Aaliyah. They're not pushing them in the same way. No. But they're putting them on the screen backstage and they're all fighting about who's going to team up against Raquel, and Shotzi gets locked in the locker room.
As of, payback for what she did to Aaliyah weeks ago,
Correct. Anyway, they had a quick little match that ended in a no contest because Natty and Shayna came out and attacked them. Now, why?
Exactly.
Do they have beef?
What
is there a reason?
Then you have
why did they attack them?
Right. Then you have Shayna.
They never run in the backstage. Like usually there's some kind of connection. Like, oh, they bumped into him backstage and they're pissed. Like
correct.
They just came out and attacked them, and I'm like, for
why?
What?
Yep.
Maybe we'll find out next week on SmackDown. But
So anyway. It's like, these are the same two people that were going for the tag titles. They were fighting against, when the other girls were here. Now we have them going again, trying to fight Raquel and Ronda's. Like, why is Shayna doing this? Like, and then isn't that one of your friends supposedly?
Well, so they end up having a tag match, and it was Raquel and Ronda versus Shayna and Natty. Again,
a little teaser.
Why?
Shayna could be her next person to go against. I mean,
however, I did say this on Twitter. I was like, look, if this is set, because they did have a little stare off between Ronda and Shayna.
But they never fought with each other, right?
They did not touch. And that was probably purposely because they are friends, right? Shayna's like, I don't say a beef with you, but I don't like her, right? Raquel. If this was done to set up a future feud with Shayna and Ronda, like to start this, I'm fine with it.
Right.
Otherwise, it makes no fucking sense. I don't want Ronda in the tag division. Someone actually posted out of and said, "Do you think out of spite, Vince is going to put the tag titles on Ronda and Raquel? So Ronda will be a tag champion and a
oh my god,
women's
please
champion." And I'm like,
he may do it. Oh god, he may do.
It's a very Vince thing to do.
It is, and remember, because that's how Bailey and it. Oh my god, I can't.
It's not even that. If the reports of Sasha not liking Ronda or not wanting to face Ronda are true, it could be. I could see him doing it out of spite, like an ass.
Lord.
Anyway, Ronda and Raquel did pick up the win. Raquel pinned somebody, Shayna, I want to say. And
yeah, I believe she did pin Shayna. Yes,
they won, and Raquel's still smiling. And yeah, that's SmackDown.
That was SmackDown for you. Yep, that was really it.
What was really cute though is if you go on Twitter and look at Shotzi's page, so she kept it going. So she tweeted something like, "Hello, is anybody there?" Like after the show off the air, like she's still stuck in the locker room. And she's like, "Hello, is anyone there?" And then
can someone help me?
She's like, "Someone turned the lights off. Hello." And so I was like, okay, that's actually kind of cute that she continued to make people think she's still stuck in the locker room.
Yeah.
Ladarius said, "I thought Stephanie, was going to do the New Day impress. Yeah, I don't know. Romeo, the smiling goofball. The reason I'm a person who smiles a lot. It doesn't fit Raquel to me. Like Raquel, I look at Raquel a lot in the way that I looked at China. Just whether she was face or heel, just a dominant force, right?
Like Nia Jax. You didn't make Nia Jax smile.
Yep. No, they don't make Dewdrop do it, right? Like, don't make Dewdrop smile.
He's bigger. Like, why are you like Lash London and Nikkita? They're not smiling. Like, leave. Like, why are you trying to change? Like, who
you have a big girl, a tough, strong girl. She can smile when it makes sense, and she needs to look badass. Why is she like? It still bothers me if you go back and look. I don't even know when it was. I think it was against Aaliyah or somebody. I forget. But she's doing a DDT, and she's like, and I'm like. Why are we
like
smiling
while you're doing this? Yep, it
just so doesn't make sense. Anyway, I want Big Mommy Cool,
and I'm like, who told her to just like keep smiling?
Like, give me just have her be like a tough, cool chick. Like, we don't need. It's just weird. They do the same thing with Ronda. I'm like, Ronda is a badass woman. Just let her be a badass, whether she's face or heel. Just let her be a badass. Why does she have to be like? And I'm like, what is this? Stop it. Romeo, I'm not reading that comment. She's a MAGA badass at Slim.
You know what? Stop it. Just stop it. Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Oh, real dang.
Well, Rampage. Rampage was main evented by Miss Chris Statlander. Love her so much. And Ruby Soho. I kind of already gave it away earlier, but they had their semifinal match.
Yep.
Wonderful match, man. Oh my gosh. It was such a good match. I enjoyed this so much. Yeah. I'm a huge Chris Statlander fan. Like, I low-key fangirl.
Fangirl.
I'm a fangirl, man. Like, as soon as she hits the screen, I'm like,
fanned out.
I do. I'm gonna be honest. If I ever met her, I probably would fangirl a bit. She just seems like a really cool chick. She's really talented. She's gotten
Ruby
so much.
Amazing.
She's improved so much. Ruby looked amazing in this match. In a turn of events, well, Ruby Soho won. In a turn of events, the crowd start booing.
Yes,
Ruby.
because Statlander was the hometown girl, and you know. This is how like they felt with Willow.
Loved. She's loved.
And she was loved, right? This is how they felt when Willow lost to Red Velvet. Same thing, same type of dealing. Like, so they were just like, they felt like the wrong person won. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Which
absolutely.
I don't
think Ruby needs this, but
yes,
if this makes sense. I think Ruby needs this, but I was rooting for Statlander.
Right.
Does that make sense? I feel like, especially with the AEW crowd, they are pretty hardcore, right? They're pretty loyal. And I feel because Statlander's been around longer in AEW than Ruby has. Ruby, if you will, is an outsider in a way. And I feel like that could be why. I feel like a lot of people wanted Statlander to get a W, this win. You know, she was kind of at it last minute after Shida was taken out. And I think people thought she should have been in the tournament in the first place.
Yes.
Anika said Statlander went into business for herself, and I love it. Yeah. No, I really I don't know. I really like Kris Statlander. It wasn't Statlander's hometown. It was that pre-match promo about her being held down. I agree. I think that didn't. I thought what she meant by home crowd is like she started with AEW, like AEW is her home. Does that make sense? Like that's what I thought you meant. I think you actually meant hometown. But
I did, but it's okay. I said the wrong stuff.
It's okay.
It's no problem.
I love Statlander.
I thought it was her. I mean,
either way, they were behind her.
They were behind her. It's just that the crowd you know how you know
they wanted her to get that W. They wanted that for her. I did
think either one of those girls could do great at the finals. I think they just went with one girl that just needs a little bit more like a
Kris Statlander. Stop it. That's another girl who is a tall, thick, tough, strong woman. And I have to say, even though the alien thing I think was cool at the time, I really do love how they repackaged her. I think it was needed.
Right.
I really do like everything about this so far. Where she goes from here, I don't know because she did lose. I don't want her relegated to dark. I want her on TV. So to me, I actually posted this as well on Twitter. To me, the way the crowd was behind her, if you build on this momentum a bit, Kris could be the face that they build up to eventually beat Jade. Right now, they have built nobody to be even close to believably beating Jade. Okay. So to me, Kris is loved by the fans. And I really truly believe she could be that person that takes down Jade Cargill eventually.
Right.
Film Nation said, yes, Stephanie, totally agree with you. She definitely needs to be more on TV. They need to continue to build Ruby, and they need to continue to build Kris Statlander. Those are two. I don't know if Ruby low-key turned heel because people were booing her, but she is technically face. So those are two really strong faces I feel like they could get behind to really build up. Tony too.
Yes.
Tony as well. So anyway, Ruby won. Britt Baker came out to kind of cut a promo towards Ruby. And the crowd low-key was hijacking it because they were still booing Ruby throughout the promo.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that they feel that way. You know, crowds are so wonky certain times, especially. One minute they're hot, and then one minute they're just like stone cold, silent, and they just look bored and bland in the audience.
Very bored.
So with this being said, one of those two people that would have won the Soho Statlander match, one of them you wouldn't have been mad at. I'm not mad at that Ruby won, and I'm not mad that was both of them. They both have potential.
I would have been happy. I was happy with either one of them winning.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Like I said,
exactly.
I know Ruby needs it, and I love Ruby.
Right.
But I was rooting for Kris because I would love to see her get that push, if you will. So we'll see. SP said perfect opportunity to do a double turn with Ruby and Britt tonight.
Correct.
It's very possible. Very possible. I think Jamie. I almost feel like Jamie Hayter might be
a factor
tonight.
Yeah. Because she's also like sprinkled back there, like, you know, it all depends on like how they do it, to be honest.
Well, so with Britt's match versus Tony, I believe Britt told Jamie to stay away.
Right.
And she did not. She came out and interfered. So again, they've been slowly kind of showing these ripples between Britt and Jamie. Correct. So if they're gonna keep Britt out of the title picture, I can see them finally going with the split up of her and Jamie. And maybe something happens tonight that really kind of pushes that. It depends if Ruby is going over or not.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll do our predictions here in a bit. But anyway, so they cut the promo. So now in the finals that is happening tonight on Double or Nothing, we have Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker.
Yes.
So that was it for Rampage. So now it brings us to Double or Nothing, which is tonight, which is 13 matches. Some of them are women's matches. So we're going to cover those only.
Yep.
Because we don't have 8 hours for the 13-hour 13 match. Sorry. I would hate to be someone doing prediction shows for the show because it's a lot. But we do have some.
We gave our predictions yesterday on True Hill Heat. So
did you? Nice.
Yes. Myself,
to watch it.
Steve from Growing in Raw and SP. We did our predictions, and some of them were pretty much the same, and then some were semi different. But we gave our thoughts, and we hope it's long, but it's just I'm hoping for a very solid match.
It's long.
It's long.
Yes.
It's very long.
Margaritas and coffee, people.
Yeah, definitely a must. Yeah, just be ready for a long night. I hope the women have good spots.
I hope they get time because with such a long card, they're going to be cutting some people.
Yes.
And I hope it's not just the women. I want them to get time. One match I do believe is going to be short-ish. There you go. There's the link. Check out yesterday's True Hill Heat with Steve from Going in Raw.
Yep.
I'm going to check it out myself. I was out and about yesterday, so I did not get to watch it.
Thank you.
So I will now. Because I'm not doing anything today. I'm trying not to. Besides playing with my children and then watching this 18-hour show later.
Yeah, the kids have a birthday party to go to. Yay. In Jersey.
Sundays, I try not to do anything, but sometimes parties on Sundays are a little better than Saturday because Saturday is hectic.
Yeah.
Anyway, Double or Nothing. So we have Jade Cargill, our TBS champion.
Right, no type of build with this one. Yep. Go ahead.
I don't even know where it came from. I mean, I do, but why? Versus Anna Jay. This one to me is a throwaway match. Obviously, it's probably going to be quickish. This is probably going to be one of our shorter matches of the night.
Will we hear Jade tell Tony to cut his shit? Cut the shit, Tony. I think it's great.
I hope so eventually.
I mean, she should put that on a t-shirt. Cut the shit, Tony. This is great.
Let's make some merch. Let's go.
Let's make the merch, peeps. But
Jade is winning.
I think there's nothing really much to talk about this here, darling. Jade's gonna win, friend.
Jade's winning. Decisively.
What's the next one?
Decisively. Again, they need to build somebody to beat Jade.
Right.
The
no one is there yet.
Right there.
Right.
Next we have our Owen Hart Women's Tournament Final, which we kind of talked about. Yep. Ruby Soho versus DMD, Britt Baker. Who goes over? Who gets the W?
I think Ruby should get the W. I think Ruby. What do you think, friend?
I go back and forth between my wants and what I think is going to happen.
What is your want?
My heart wants Ruby to go over because I think this would be a huge moment for her to be the first ever Owen Hart Cup winner.
Correct.
However, again, this tells me where Tony's head's at. Is he just trying to establish Britt as truly your top female? And to SP's point earlier, trying to establish the Owen Hart Cup as prestigious.
The prestigious thing, yep.
Your top woman.
The family's supposed to be there, right?
They are supposed to be there. I wonder if they're gonna I haven't read. I wonder if they're gonna like do a whole presentation of the trophy and stuff in the ring, or if they'll save that for Dynamite. I'm not quite sure. But we'll see. I'm gonna choose Ruby. I feel like it's the wrong choice. Because it's Britt. I mean, Britt is their top woman. It's hard to choose against Britt. So
we're also trying to think like,
I'm praying that we'll go with something different here. let Ruby get this shot.
This little time of shining for right now.
Yes. And if Ruby loses, keep her on TV somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but please. All right. And our biggest women's match of Double or Nothing, we have the AEW Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. Poor build, but this match I feel is going to be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, this is going to be a banger for one of the women's matches. For the women's matches that are on the card for tonight. This one I think is going to blow us out.
Absolutely.
This match has potential to be one of the matches of the night.
I agree. With 13 matches, we were saying.
With 13 matches on the card,
I agree.
I think this is one of those matches you'd be like, damn, 5-star banger match of the night.
And given this also depends on placement.
It gotta be,
because placement matters. If you put a banger match in a bad place and the crowd isn't behind it, it is going to be. It doesn't.
We don't want this to be the bathroom break match.
Correct. When the crowd is behind it, it adds more to the match. Not only that, but it gives the wrestlers themselves energy. It makes them.
They feed off
of that. So for me, placement matters, and it could, to your point, be a contender for match of the night if they place it well. I think Cole wins his match, but then Britt loses hers. Very possible. Very anyway, I think I am definitively saying Rosa is going to win. She will retain. I don't think her run is over as champion. I hope it's not, because it needs to be better. Right. Booked better. She's fine. Love her so much. But yeah, Rosa wins this in the end. Yes,
I agree. Same.
Ruby Rosa. On TV, also like her as well, but I don't want her to defeat my BFF DMD. Let's go Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. I don't know. Go on. Sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was saying, I was like, it has to be one of those placements where it's good for them, and it should be something where we want Rosa to be shown as that champion that we wanted her, that we saw when she won originally back in Texas. You understand what I'm saying? Back in her hometown. We want to see that kind of pop for her. So she needs that. So
Vegas seems like it's on fire. So I'm hoping.
Right. I think they're all already. I think Vegas is. They picked a great venue right now. I think the people were behind them on, especially when they were at Dynamite and Rampage. So I think it was good for them. So keep the same energy, fans. Keep push them to their limit. They feed off you guys. I'm picking Rosa as well. But we just need y'all to just don't be just boring. Just sit there. We don't go to a wrestling show just to sit there and be boring. I be screaming in my section.
If you ever see me at a wrestling show, if you guys ever see me at a wrestling, I'm going to Money in the Bank. If you see me, I'm the loudest motherfucker in the crowd. All right. I don't sit until they tell me to sit. For me, I don't go to a lot of wrestling shows. It's just not. I'm a mother. It's not my priority to go to all the wrestling shows. I go to 1 or 2 a year. That's typically what I do. But when I go, I have so much fun. And no matter if it's crap or not, I try. What do you say? I will quietly sit here and root for Deeb.
Listen, I'm not mad. I can't. You can't. I don't know why you want to sit quietly, because you're rooting for Rosa as well. It's okay. But no, you can't be mad for whoever you root for in this. She won't. She will not.
Rosa's not losing.
No, if that would be so bad on Tony, it just would look so. We're not talking that type of negativity right now.
We're not putting that out in the universe. I'm sorry, the AEW galaxy.
Right. Sorry. Slam and Sammy Joe, you don't have to sit quietly, friend. You can pick. You can either one, girl. You can't be mad at whoever you root for. There's no losers in this thing.
I do both. So
right.
There are times where I go to a show and I have a sign for both people in the ring. I'm doing this and I'm switching and I'm like, yay. Okay, now yay. Look, you can like both people in the match. I'm just saying. So Eric said, so after this, who's going to challenge Thunder?
That is a very good question. I would hope.
I think Rosa. Whoever wins the Owen Cup, maybe.
Right. That's what I mean. I think Soho.
If it's Ruby, if Ruby wins the cup, I think Ruby will go after Rosa. if it's not Ruby.
Statlander?
No, I don't think she's there yet.
No, okay.
It has to be Ruby, I think.
Well, Statlander, I mean, the person that goes against Rosa is not winning. Put it like that.
It's going to be someone to lose. SP said, I think Ruby is next at All Out. But before then, I could see Chris Statlander getting a shot in the months leading up. What I would like them to do with Rosa, this is part of, I wrote this whole thing about solutions on how to book her better. I would like to see her defend in between pay-per-views.
Right. That's
like,
be the
why are we waiting
like, why we can't wait?
To let her, she wanted to be a fighting champion. Let her defend against some of these women on Dark.
Dynamite? Why hasn't she been on Rampage? Right.
Yes. I'm like, let her defend her title between the pay-per-views and set up matches that way. Right.
Right.
I could see Jamie Hayter possibly even getting in the mix here against Rosa.
They have the women in their they have the roster for it. They can do it.
They have plenty of women, and there's plenty of women on Dark who would love some shine and just get a title. Whoever goes against her is going to lose. We know that. So why not give them some stage and some story and let them build up a little TV championship match? Why not?
Do something like you go to the local
fighting champion,
right? Do something where you get a local wrestler from the local wrestling, place, and like have Rosa, like, put them in their place. I don't know, like just do something like meaningful for her.
Eric said, "What about Toni Storm?" I'm fine with that too.
I'm with it too. I want to. That's one of the matches I want to see that.
I just do something. Is our point? We shouldn't be waiting months between pay-per-views to see Rosa defend. She wanted to be a fighting champion. She said that. Film Nation said, "You know what I say? Thunder versus Toni Storm. Let them have their feud for a few months and then pull the trigger on Ruby." I agree.
Yeah,
I am perfectly fine with that. Stop putting Baker formula on everyone and let Rosa be Rosa. Correct. What worked for Baker worked for Baker. Rosa is a different breed. She's a different caliber of wrestler, and let her be that. Yeah. Let her be herself. The fans love her because of who she is and her personality and what she brings. Right? Let her do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there is one other match that involves women. I'm not interested in it at all. Take Conte. I might get this wrong.
Lord.
It's like the 3 and 3 and the Scorpio Sky and Paige Van
Zandt. Yeah.
And
well, just know that Sammy Guevara and his girl are gonna lose probably.
I think so too. SP said Jamie Hayter and Tay Conti could be good challengers on episodes of Diamond Night and Rampage. I agree. I think Jamie Hayter would be a great one, actually. The fans also love Jamie Hayter. But they're not gonna love her over Thunder Rosa. So I think that'd be a great one.
Yeah.
I used to hate Cobra Moon, but I love Thunder Rosa. How would you feel about her? AJ Marshall, how would you feel about Ruby Hill turn? SP brought it up.
Yeah,
I mean, they were already booing her. And so if Ruby turns, it actually kind of would make sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
If she goes up against Thunder Rosa at the next pay-per-view. Because Rosa is a face. So
yeah. She should, yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
It would have to be tonight, though. You can't keep holding on to
happen tonight. If Ruby loses, I could see her turning and being pissed off or whatever you want to call it. But we'll see. We'll see. That is it for this week's episode, friends. We have a long night ahead of us. I'm gonna go get a nap in.
Girl, listen. For tonight's show, you definitely need to, be a part of the watch-alongs if you can. Watch with some friends, have a good time, get some pizza, some drinks, and enjoy your evening watching or your afternoons. Oh, some wings, some cheesy sticks, mozzarella sticks, things of those natures. I second that motion, Fern. Definitely make it a night. I love to watch it with other friends if I can. I'll probably be jumping on the watch along once I come back from the birthday party. Please join us. We are there. The Phantom himself, Romeo, does all of the watch alongs. He sits there, he watches them, he gives great commentary. So he's the Phantom of it. He does them all. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, join in, watch along. Thank you for watching with us again. We appreciate you guys for this episode number 6 of Serving Face and Heels. We love you guys. Thank you again. Please like, share, and subscribe. Send your donations, your super chats. We love you guys for watching. And we will be back for another week of wrestling. So hang in there, peeps. Sending prayers and positive vibes. Everyone enjoy your Sunday.
Absolutely. Where can they find you on where can they find you, Miss Krssi?
I was actually about to ask you that same question, friend. Great minds think alike, you know. For me, you can find me every Sunday. We do Serving Face and Heels with my tag team partner, Miss Stephanie over here. I tap do right, tap, right. Then I do the SmackDown review with Steve Balls. We do True Heel Heat every Saturday, our flagship show. We had a fun show. If you have a chance, please watch it. It was one for me and SP, one of our favorites. We got to actually sit with someone that we actually listen to and, you know, admire. And he's like one of the guys that do this whole wrestling podcast thing. He's one of the guys, excuse me.
Nice.
So please watch Serving Face, True Heel Heat episode from yesterday. Other than that, you can find me on IG, Twitter, and on Facebook. There we go. See? Thank you, SP.
There you go.
Great. Yep. So with that being said, yes, you can find me IG, Twitter, and Facebook. Miss Stephanie, where can the lovely, lovely, lovely people find you, my dear?
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Hypez. That's me.
She's always doing the stuff on Twitter.
Right machine. There. I'm a Twitter machine. And you can find me every Monday night doing Getting Red with Steve Falls and SC Scoops, doing our recap of Raw and giving our best I can't even talk today.
It's okay. It's still early over you.
Good, bad, and what the heck moments of Raw. And right here on Serving Face and Heels every Sunday, unless we have scheduling conflicts. Look, things happen. We're moms. It happens, people.
Listen,
we missed you guys last week.
Yes, we tried. We really tried last week. No, you should have seen the chain between us. We were saying we were going to come in later in the evening, and then something happened, and then Steph was like, "Okay, guys, we're just going to call it up. It's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay, friends." So you know, if we're not every every Sunday, it'll be every other. We can do the every.
We try.
We're trying. We're trying to figure it out.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. These ladies are awesome.
Thank you.
And I believe SP said their True Heel Heat is going live at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Double or Nothing watch along. So
wonderful.
I might hop in there as well.
Please, I'm gonna hop in there later this evening.
Join us, guys.
Yes.
Join us.
Watch it
and enjoy the show.
Time.
Enjoy the pay-per-view because they never miss. Those AEW pay-per-views never miss.
Let's see how long what's the name's gonna stay up for this one. He might fall asleep. Ness, we're putting bets in already for you, friend. Okay, you make sure you stay up.
Nice. But well, thank you guys. Again.
Have a great Sunday.
This
has been another episode of Serving Face and Heels. Bye.
Bye.